You're not tired because life is hard. You're tired because something is draining you. Every single day. You wake up with energy, but by the end of the day, it's gone. Not from work, not from effort, from people, from patterns, from habits you tolerate. And the worst part? You don't even see it happening. Because this isn't chaos. It's a system. You were trained to believe something simple: work hard, be patient, stay positive, and eventually things will change. But look closer. They don't. Because effort without awareness is just repetition. And repetition is a trap. You're not stuck because you're lazy. You're stuck because you're loyal to the wrong patterns. And those patterns? They don't look dangerous. They look normal. Let's break the illusion. Life is not about effort. It's about positioning. Some people grind. Others design outcomes. Which one do you think wins? The one who understands the system. Power isn't loud, it's precise, it's calculated. And once you see this, you stop reacting. You start choosing. Here's the rule no one teaches you. Your life is shaped by what you tolerate daily. Not big decisions, not rare events. Daily exposure. This is the law of accumulation. Tiny inputs, massive outcomes. And this is where it gets dangerous. Because the most toxic habits don't look toxic. They feel familiar. Toxic habit number 1, constant negativity disguised as realism. You know this person. They don't complain loudly. They analyze. They frame everything as logic. This won't work. That's unrealistic. And slowly, your vision shrinks, your ambition contracts. This isn't realism. It's containment. Toxic habit number 2, passive time wasting disguised as relaxation. You think you're resting, but you're escaping. Endless scrolling, mindless conversations. Hours disappear. And nothing is built. No skill, no leverage, no progress. This isn't rest. It's slow decay. Toxic habit number 3, seeking validation from the wrong people. You look for approval from people who don't even have direction. You adjust yourself, lower your standards, shrink your voice. Why? Because acceptance feels safe. Even when it costs you everything. And now you see it. It's not one big mistake. It's daily exposure to small toxic patterns. But the real danger is not them. It's you. You still think this is about habits. It's not. It's about exposure. Every environment you enter rewires you. Every conversation leaves residue. And over time, you don't notice the change. You become it. This is the hidden law. Not effort, not luck, exposure. You don't rise to your goals. You sink to your environment. Negativity is not always loud. Sometimes. It's intelligent. It sounds logical. Measured. Rational. That's risky. That's unlikely. And slowly, your risk tolerance collapses. Your vision shrinks. Because negativity isn't just emotion. It's control. It keeps everyone at the same level. Safe. Predictable. Small. You don't just waste time. You escape yourself. Because building something meaningful requires confrontation. With uncertainty. With discomfort. With yourself. So instead you scroll, you watch, you consume, and slowly, you forget what you were trying to become. Validation feels harmless. It isn't. It's addictive. Every approval gives you relief. Every rejection creates anxiety. So you adjust tone, behavior, identity, without realizing it, and eventually, you don't know what's real anymore. The internal enemy. Now we turn inward because the truth is uncomfortable. You're not just surrounded by toxic habits. You're participating in them. You hear negativity and you entertain it. You waste time. And you justify it. You seek validation, and you depend on it. This is not accidental. It's neurological. Your brain is wired for comfort, not growth, not strategy. Comfort. And comfort is addictive. Every scroll, every distraction, every moment of avoidance reinforces the loop. This is dopamine conditioning. Small rewards. Repeated behavior. Zero progress. And over time. You don't need external pressure. You maintain the system yourself. That's the internal enemy. Here's the hardest truth. No one is forcing you to stay. You're choosing it. Because familiarity feels safe. Even when it's damaging. Your brain prefers predictable pain over uncertain growth. That's the trap. And every day you delay change. You reinforce the identity you're trying to escape. This is not laziness. It's conditioning. The external forces. But you're not alone in this. Your environment is shaping you every second. Every conversation you tolerate. Every person you spend time with. Leaves an imprint. Energy transfers, mindsets spread. Standards adjust. Not dramatically. Subtly. That's what makes it dangerous. You don't wake up one day and collapse. You drift, slowly, silently. And the people around you, they're not evil. They're just operating on their own level of awareness. But if you stay too long in the wrong environment, you adopt their patterns. Automatically. Look at your environment carefully. It's not random. It's reinforcing something. The jokes. The routines, the expectations. They define the limits. And if you stay too long, those limits become yours. Without resistance, this is how environments work. They don't force you. They shape you. Now we shift from awareness to control. Because once you see the pattern, you have a choice. Stay passive or become strategic. Strategy begins with elimination, not addition. You don't need more motivation. You need less noise, less exposure, less distraction. Then comes replacement. You don't just remove habits. You replace them with leverage. Skill over entertainment. Creation over consumption. Silence over noise. And slowly, you shift from participant to controller. So what changes everything? Clarity. Then discipline. Then structure. You begin by reducing exposure, not dramatically. Precisely. You limit conversations that shrink your thinking. You reduce time spent in low-value patterns. Then you replace, not with noise, with structure. You build skills. You focus on output. You create instead of consume. This is where everything changes. Not outside. Inside. You begin to notice faster. Patterns, energy, intentions. You stop ignoring what you feel. You stop tolerating what drains you. You start protecting your focus. Because your life is not controlled by big decisions. It's controlled by daily exposure. And now you see it. The conversations, the habits, the environments, they were shaping you. Quietly. Now everything sharpens. You walk into rooms and notice faster. Energy, intentions, patterns. You don't absorb everything anymore. You filter. You don't react immediately. You observe. Then decide. Because now you understand the system, not perfectly. But enough to stop drifting. Enough to start directing. And the difference? It's subtle. At first, you say no faster. You leave sooner. You engage less. And slowly your energy returns. Your focus sharpens. Your direction stabilizes. Until one day, you realize something. You're no longer reacting to life. You're selecting it. You don't escape toxic habits by fighting harder. You escape them by refusing to stand where they exist. If you saw yourself in this, stay here. Because awareness is rare, but action? That's where everything changes.